Hello there. Um, how are you? I wanted to come on real quick just to remember there's always something to think about. Now, we have churches and community organizations that are developers, and they are building apartments in our community. They are getting market rate apartments and the affordable apartments, in which affordable is a fake word because they're not affordable. There's no such thing as low income apartments anymore. Low income apartments is always 30% of your income, and that's not what's happening in the city of Buffalo. So, with that part being said, we must recognize what is actually going on here. And what is going on is that we have been taken over by pastors using the church's name to become developers. They are 501c3 special circumstances churches. Now, don't get me wrong, all churches are not 501c3 special circumstances churches, but all churches are 501c3s. The special circumstances churches get the funding from the government. They are recognized by the government to be a church or a religious organization. So that's the difference. Now, the pastors that get these churches, I want you to think about this. The pastors that use the church's name to become development corporations or developers or whatever they are. Corporations say that they have to run the church as a business. They never have to run the church as a business. So do not let that lie slip through. They don't have to run the churches as a business. They chose to run it as a business because they have to report everything to the IRS on a 990 form. So their salaries, the board's salaries, all that good stuff, they have to report it. Now, with that part being said, I want you to think about something. It's been brought to our attention that a lot of the community, especially young adults that are trying to get their own home, have families, and this is even affecting our elderly, which we must look out for, we must protect. They don't like the fact that the church will be your landlord. Can you imagine? This is something to think about. Going to church Sunday morning, coming back home and getting an eviction letter from your church. Can you imagine that? It's out of order. It's out of order. And we need to really focus on what's actually happening here. Because is that what church was meant to be? Developers? Was church supposed to be landlords to evict people? I mean, was church supposed to be ran as a business? Those are things that you need to think about. Also, we have to, put it out there on Front Street is we can't function in a society where we're being colonized by the very people that are supposed to help the community. Church is supposed to help the community. But are they? Would you be able to go to them and say, you gave me this eviction notice, so I need help with my rent. So, will we be able to go into the fund and pay my rent? Let's think about this. Let's think about it. So, at the end of the day, this is something to think about. Should churches be developers? Should churches be building all these apartments and townhouses? I don't think so. Ask your neighbor. Ask the next person in the pew with you if they think that this is correct. If they think this is what church is. Y'all be blessed.